Students, we are in now part 5 video. So far we have completed up to part 4. In that we have completed exercise 1.1 fully. Now we are entering into the next exercise 1.2. Before that I want to give you two riddle. The first riddle question is, how can you add 8 eighths? Clear? 8 eighths to get the number 1000 using only addition. Clear? Students, can you able to understand the question? You can make 8 means you 8. You can take 8. You can group 800 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 like that you can do, or else you can do 88 plus somewhat you can do plus 8 plus only you have to use the number 8. You only have to use the operation addition. Clear? So you have to bring the answer 1000. Think and do the riddle. Second riddle is, which animal's sweat color is pink? Okay, you are going to find the answer for both the riddle, but I am not going to say the answer now. In part 6 video only I am going to give you the answer. For 1 week you find the answer. Next we will enter into a topic. Students, in part 5 video we are going to see the topic is properties of rational numbers we are going to see. Clear? Before going into properties of rational number, first we have to know what is rational number. The introduction of rational number I have given you in part 1 video itself. One more time I am going to explain so that the concept will deeply enter into your mind. Clear? Rational number means it will be in the form of P by Q. P denotes what? Numerator. Q denotes what? Denominator. But the denominator part where Q is not equal to 0 I have written there. Which means what? The denominator part should not be 0. If the denominator you are getting 0 means then it is not a rational number. Clear? See, what are the rational numbers? Every natural number is a rational number. Every whole number is a rational number. Every integer is a rational number. See, natural number means it will start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and it goes on. Ma'am, you have told me it will be in the form of P by Q. But we are having only numerator means what you have to do. In part video itself I have told. You have to consider the denominator part as 1. Not only for this, for all the numbers you have to consider the denominator part as 1. Clear? Similarly for the whole number also. Whole number will start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It will, see, it will goes on. Now third one is integers. Integers means what? It will have negative value, it will have 0 and as well as it will have positive value. Clear? Students, don't think that we are having only the numerator part. You have to consider the denominator part as 1. Now all of you are clear about what is rational number? Now we will see the properties of rational numbers. Students, in part 5 video we are going to see properties of rational numbers. So far we have seen what is rational number, isn't it? What is the rational number? Rational number contains all the natural numbers are rational numbers. All the whole numbers are rational numbers. All the integers are rational numbers, isn't it? We have seen now. Now we will enter into a properties of rational numbers. Clear, students? I am going to give you totally in your book we are having 6 property. First I will explain the 4 property according to the operations. Then we learn the remaining 2. Clear? First we will see the addition operation. First operation is addition. Okay, in that itself we will see all the 4 properties. Okay, wherever hereafter in your problem, in exercise problem, if I say closure, immediately closure for addition. If I say immediately you have to think A plus B. Similarly, closure, commutative. This is what commutative. Commutative operation for addition. If I say what you have to think? This is the A plus B equal to B plus A. Commutative for addition is what? A plus B equal to B plus A. Clear? Then similarly associative for addition is A plus B plus C equal to, first you have written this two group, no, first then this two you have to group it, A plus B plus C. Clear? Addition associative property formula is A plus B plus C equal to A plus B plus C. Clear? For addition, distributive is A into B plus C equal to, this A you take distribute. Distribute means we have to distributing to each term. This A into B plus A into C. Clear all of you? Clear? If I say addition, in the same concept only. If I say addition, you have to put in the middle addition. If I say multiplication, the same thing. A plus B. Instead of this, what I have written? What operation I have written? A into B. Can you able to understand? Similarly, for our multiplication, commutative is what? Here A plus B means here A into B. Multiplication means into you have to write. A into B is equal to B into A. Can you able to understand? Next, associative is A plus B, everywhere you are having plus. So here multiplication means everywhere you have to write multiplication symbol. Clear? For multiplication, distributive property is not applicable because in this addition itself we are having multiplication with addition. So in multiplication, distributive property is not applicable. Clear? Next, subtraction. Subtraction closure means the same thing only. A plus B means addition, A plus B means multiplication A into B. Subtraction A minus B. That's all. The sign alone you are going to change. Remaining all the things are same only. Clear? Commutative means what? A plus B equal to B plus A for addition. If it is multiplication, A into B is equal to B into A. Clear? If it is for subtraction, A minus B is not equal to B minus A. Clear all of you? A minus B is not equal to B minus A. Similarly, you see for subtraction associative property, A minus B minus C is not equal to A minus B minus C. Okay. Now you see, students, we all know now for closure, if I say immediately you have to say A plus B. Okay, closure multiplication, what if I ask? You have to say A into B. Clear? What is the closure subtraction if I say A minus B? Clear? If I ask, tell me the multiplication of associative property. If I ask multiplication of associative means this you have to say A into B into C is equal to A into B into C you have to say. Clear all of you? One thing if you memorize it's enough. Remaining you are going to change only the sign. If multiplication you are going to apply multiplication. Subtraction you are going to put subtraction there. Clear? Now I am going to explain whether this closure addition property is true or not. We are going to check. Clear? For checking, I have taken the A value everywhere. Wherever A comes, I will write 2. Clear? Wherever B comes, I will write 3. Wherever C comes, I will write C. C is equal to 1. This is, students, for your understanding, I am taking these small values. Don't think that always A will be 2, always B will be 3 and always C will equal to 1. Okay, for your understanding I am taking these smaller values. But in your exercise they will be giving big number. By that time I will explain that number how to do. Clear? For your now understanding I have taken easy numbers. A equal to 2, B equal to 3, C equal to 1. Isn't it? Clear all of you? Now A equal, whether 2 is a rational number? Yes, 2 is a rational number. 2 in denominator, nothing is there means you have to consider it as 1. 3 is a rational number? Yes, 3 is a rational number. 1 is a rational number? Yes, 1 is a rational number. Clear all of you? Shall we do now how it is closure property, commutative property, associative property and distributive properties are true. We will see for addition. First we will see for addition. See, A plus B is our formula. A plus B equal to, instead of A we are having 2, for B we are having 3. So write 2 plus 3. A we have taken 2, B we have taken 3. 2 plus 3 equal to 5. It is true. Clear? For closure, addition, multiplication, subtraction, everything is true. Clear? Now, next we will see the multiplication. For closure, we will see everything. Multiplication, A plus B. Addition, A plus B means multiplication, A into B. So, A 2, B is 3. So, 2 into 3. 2 into 3 is what? Equal to 6. See, I have written A into B equal to 2 into 3 equal to 6. It is true. For subtraction, we will see. Subtraction means A minus, you have to put A minus B equal to 2, A is 2, B is 3. So, 2 minus 3, which is the greater number 3. So, I have written 2 minus 3 is minus 1. It is true. Clear all of you all the operation for closure? Next, we will go for all the operations for commutative. Clear? Commutative. Commutative means what you have to think? A plus B equal to B plus A. Then you have to write in reverse. Clear? Then first we'll see A plus B equal to B plus A. A is 2, B is 3. 2 plus 3 equal to 5. Equal to B is 3, A is 2. 3 plus 2 equal to 5. We are getting 5 equal to 5. Clear? It is true. Clear? Suppose you are getting 2 is equal to 10. 2 is equal to 10 now? No. So that time you have to write 2 is not equal to 10. But for addition it will become always true only. Commutative for addition it will always come true. Next we will go for multiplication. Multiplication means A into B equal to B into A. For A we have taken 2. For B we have taken 3. 2 into 3 is 6. 3 into 2 is 6. Here also we are getting it is true. Clear? For subtraction, A minus B is not equal to B minus A. We should not get same answer both the side. That is the rule. Clear? 2 minus 3 is minus 1 is equal to 3 minus 2. Clear? 2 minus 3 is what? Minus 1 is equal to 3 minus 2 is what? Positive 1. Whether minus 1 or positive 1 are same? Never. It is not same. Never. Clear? Because minus 1 will be in the left side of the 0 and positive 1 will be in the right side of the 0. So both are not same. So in between we have written not equal and it is false we have written. Clear? It is false. Can you able to understand for addition, multiplication, subtraction this commutative property? Next we will go for the associative property. For addition, multiplication and subtraction we will see now. See associative property. A plus B plus C equal to A plus B plus C. This is our rule. Now instead of A what we have to substitute? 2. Instead of B we have to substitute 3. Instead of C we have to put 1. So I have written here 2 plus 3 plus 1 equal to, for A 2 plus B 3, C is 1. First, whenever you are having bracket, you have to simplify the bracket first. Clear? You should not go 3 plus 1 4. You should not do like that always. Clear? Whenever you are having bracket, you have to simplify the bracket term first. 2 plus 3 is 5 plus remaining 1 is equal to 2 you have to write first. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 5 plus 1 equal to 6. 2 plus 4 equal to 6. It is true. Associative property is true for addition. Clear? Next, whether we will check associative property is true for multiplication. A into, yes, same only, instead of plus we are substituting everywhere multiplication. Clear? Now for A we have taken 2, for B we have taken 3, for C we have taken 1. 2 into 3 into 1, which is what? 2 3s are 6 into 1. This side 2 we have to write outside into 3 into 1. 2 into 3. This side 6 into 1 is 6. 2 3s are 6. It is true. So for multiplication associative property is true. Clear? For subtraction we will check whether associative property is true or not. Clear? For subtraction means the same formula, instead of plus you are going to put minus everywhere. Clear?
for 2 minus A2 B3 C minus 1. So 2 minus 3 is minus 1, here 1 minus 1 equal to A2 minus B is 3, C is 1. So 2, 3 minus 1 is 2. So this side we are getting minus 1 is what? Minus 2. Clear? Which is not equal to 2 minus 2 is what? 0. Whether minus 2 and 0 are same? No, it is false. Clear? So, in subtraction, associative property is not true. Clear all of you? In subtraction, associative property is not true. Clear? Next, we will go for the distributive property. We will see the distributive property for addition. Clear? For distributive property, the addition formula is A into B plus C is equal to distributive means it is distributing to each term. A into B plus A into C. You have to write. Here instead of A we have taken 2 into instead of B we have taken 3 plus 1 equal to for A to B is 3. So 2 into 3 plus A value is 2 into 1. So next step 2 into what I told first you have to simplify the bracket terms alone. So in bracket what we are having 3 plus 1. So you write this 2 as such 3 plus 1 is 4 equal to this bracket is what 2 3s are 6. This bracket is what 2 1s are 2. So 2 4s are 8. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 is equal to 8. So in addition, distributive property is true. If both the side we are getting the same answer means it is true. Clear? Next, for multiplication it is not applicable. We will see for the subtraction. A into here plus we are having so you have to put minus. Here A into B plus means here minus. Clear? Now A2 B is 3 C is 1 equal to A is 2 B is 3 minus A2 C 1. So now simplify. First you have to write this 2 as such. 3 minus 1 is what? 2 equal to 2 3s are 6. This minus 2 1s are 2. 2 2s are 4 equal to 6. If you subtract 2 we will get 4. So it is true. Clear all of you? Clear? In addition, closure, commutative, associative, distributive, all the 4 are true for addition. Clear? In multiplication, closure, commutative, associative only true. In subtraction, only closure and distributive property is true. Remaining commutative and associative property are not true in subtraction. Students, can you able to understand the properties of rational number? Clear. In your exercise, how they will ask you the question is, they will give you some numbers. Okay, whether it can be 2 by 3, 4 by 5. Check whether these numbers are satisfying addition, associative property for addition. Associative property for addition if they give, immediately you have to think what is the associative property for addition. This formula you have to write. Clear? In your question itself they will give you what is A value, what is B value, what is C value. You have to just substitute and you have to bring this side. This side is LHS. LHS means this is left hand side and this is the RHS. RHS means right hand side. You have to say LHS is equal to RHS. You have to bring. Clear? For addition, all the 4 properties are true. In multiplication, all the 3 properties are true. In subtraction, only closure and distributive properties are true. Remaining commutative and distributive are not true. Clear? Next, we will see the remaining 2 properties.
Students, see, I have written the properties of rational numbers separately. See, the first property what we have seen the closure property. For any 2 rational numbers A, B, you can take any rational numbers. Okay, it will be true for addition, subtraction, multiplication, but it is not true for division alone. Here, see, I have written addition is true, subtraction is true, multiplication is true. Closure property, if I say immediately, you have to say A plus B for addition, A minus B for subtraction, A into B for multiplication is true. Clear? The next one is commutative property. What is the heading? Commutative property. In this commutative property, only addition and multiplication are satisfied for rational number. Clear? If I say commutative property, immediately you have to think a plus b equal to b plus a, or otherwise a into b equal to b into a. Only this two is satisfied for commutative property. Remaining subtraction a minus b is not equal to b minus a. Similarly, a divided by b is not equal to b divided by a. Okay? Only addition and multiplication are satisfied for rational numbers in commutative property. Clear? Then the third one is associative property. See the associative property heading, addition and multiplicative or associative property for rational numbers. In associative also, addition and multiplication only true. Remaining subtraction and division are not true. Then the subtraction and division are false. It will not get satisfied. Clear? For any three rational numbers, for associative property, we have to take three rational numbers A, B, C. This A can be any 12 by 5. This B can be 3 by 2. This C can be any number 12 by or 7 by 5. Any rational numbers you can take, but whatever the rational number takes, you in addition and multiplication, you will get LHS. This side is what? Before equal to the full term is what? LHS. After this is full is what? RHS. Similarly, this is full of LHS and this is full of RHS. For additional multiplication, you will get LHS equal to RHS. Similarly, here also LHS is equal to RHS you will get. Clear? Associative property, only addition and multiplication is true. Remaining subtraction and division is not true. Clear? Distributive property. Multiplication is distributive over addition. Clear? In the multiplication, how we are doing this? With addition, we are doing in distributive property. In the word itself, distribute means what? We have to distribute everything. That is the meaning of distribute, no? Giving everything. So, like that only. A into B plus C equal to, how we have to write the remaining part is, we are distributing this A to B. See, I have written arrow mark. A into B, middle what sign we are having? Plus A into C is true. Only distributive property, only one formula you are having. Clear? If I say associative property for addition, which formula you will say? You have to say associative property for addition is this. You have to say this formula. A plus B bracket plus C equal to A plus bracket B plus C. Like that you have to see. Clear? You have to say like that. Clear all of you? Students, when you are simplifying, you have to simplify first the bracket. Then only you have to add the or multiply the remaining terms. Clear? Next we are going to see the remaining still two more property we are having. We will see that property. Students, next we are going to see the fifth property. The heading is additive and multiplicative identity property. Additive and multiplicative identity property. See, additive property means the identity for addition is 0 and the identity for multiplication is 1, which means 0. Suppose you consider you are having one number. See, I have written here example minus 3 by 7. This is your question. The same question you have to get your answer means what number you have to add. Only if you add 0, you will get the same number as your answer. Isn't it? So, additive identity. Identity means same. Clear? Identity means same. So, 0 plus A equal to what you will get? The same A you will get. Isn't it? For addition, you have to add 0. But for multiplication, you have to multiply with 1. Clear? Here I am having minus 3 by 7. You have to get same number in multiplication. Means if you multiply with 1 only, minus 3 by 7 into 1 is what? Minus 3 by 7. Clear? Additive identity property for additive identity means you have to add 0. Multiplicative identity means you have to multiply with 1. That's it. Clear? Now I have given one example. See here, dash is the additive identity of minus 3 by 7. Clear? Additive identity of minus 3 by 7 is what here? 0. 0 is the additive identity of minus 3 by 7, isn't it? So in the dash what you have to write? 0. Similarly, dash is the multiplicative identity of minus 3 by 7. 1. So if we minus 3 by, see I have written minus 3 by 7 plus 0 equal to what? Minus 3 by 7. Clear? So this is the additive identity 0. So you have to write 0. Clear? For all the numbers you have to get the question as same as your answer, means you have to add 0. Clear? For multiplication you have to multiply with 1. Can you able to understand? So in this dash, first dash, what is the answer? Dash is the additive identity of minus 3 by 7. The answer is what? 0. Clear? Dash is the multiplicative identity of minus 3 by 7. 1. 1 is the multiplicative identity of minus 3 by 7. Clear? Next we will see the sixth identity, which is what the heading is additive and multiplicative inverse property. See here, identity property we have seen. Here inverse. Inverse means opposite. Inverse means what? Opposite. See, for addition, what you have to, additive identity means you have to get 0. Isn't it? So, when you will get 0, inverse means what I told, opposite. Okay. Now, here plus a I am having. So, to get 0, only if we do minus a, this plus a and minus a will get cancelled, we will get 0. Clear? Additive inverse property is a plus minus a equal to 0, which is nothing but, I will give you the example. Dash is the additive inverse of 5. If the question like this they are giving, dash is the additive inverse of 5, means if the question is positive, in your answer you have to write negative. Clear? See, additive inverse positive 5 means in your answer you have to write negative 5. See the second question, dash is the additive inverse of minus 13. Our question we are having minus 13, so in your answer you have to write positive 13. So plus 13 you have to write. See, plus 13 is our answer. Clear all of you? Additive identity means what? If your question is plus 5, you have to write in the opposite sign. Minus 5. If the question is 12, you have to write in the opposite sign. For 12, what is the opposite sign? Minus 12. Clear? So that only we will get 0. Clear? Next we will see multiplicative inverse property. Multiplicative inverse property means we have to get 1, isn't it? So, if the question they were giving a by means you have to multiply with reciprocal. Reciprocal means what? 2 by 3 means you have to with 3 by 4. 2 by 3 means 3 by 2 you have to write. See the example 3. Dash is the multiplicative inverse of 4 by 3. Clear? 4 by 3 means if you do this reciprocal means the denominator will go up, numerator will come down. So now 4 get cancelled, 3 get cancelled, so 1 is equal to 1 we are getting. So the multiplicative inverse of 4 by 3 is what? You have to write in the reciprocal. Okay, 4 by 3 means answer will be what? 3 by 4. Can you able to understand? 3 by 4 is the answer. See here the answer is 3 by 4. 4 by 3 means reverse, reciprocal you have to do 3 by 4. Multiplicative inverse means reciprocal. Additive inverse means opposite sign. That's it. Clear? Fourth one. Dash is the multiplicative inverse of minus 8 by 5. Students, I have told you for addition only you have to do opposite sign. For multiplication, you have to do just reciprocal. See here, minus 8 by 5. How will you write your answer? 5 divided by minus 8. You have to write reciprocal. This has to go up and this has to come down. So the answer is 5 divided by minus 8. See, I have written the answer. 5 divided by minus 8. Clear all of you? Most in your exercise we will have multiplicative inverse and additive inverse only. So additive inverse means if they give the question in the positive, you have to write the answer in the negative. Suppose if the question is in the negative, you have to write the answer in the positive. Opposite sign you have to do. Multiplicative inverse means suppose the question is 2 by 3. How you have to write? 3 by 2. 2 by 3 means 3 by 2 is the answer. Clear? Now see, dash is the additive inverse of 5. 5 means what? 5 is positive 5. So you have to write opposite sign minus 5. Dash is the additive inverse of minus 13. Minus means you have to write plus. Only for additive inverse you have to see the opposite sign. You have to write the opposite sign. For multiplicative inverse, see here 3 and 4th example, multiplicative inverse. What you have to do? You have to bring the denominator part to the numerator and numerator part to the denominator you have to bring. Clear? See here 4 by 3 means how you have to write 3 by 4 is our answer. Similarly, minus 8 by 5 means how we have to write 5 divided by minus 8. Clear all of you the properties of additive and multiplicative identity, additive and multiplicative inverse property. Student, with this our 6 properties over. Now we'll go for the exercise 1.2. Students, this is our exercise 1.2 first question. In first question we are having 5 fill in the blanks. Now we'll see the first fill in the blanks. The multiplicative inverse of 2 3 by 5 is dash. 2 3 by 5 means they have given in what fraction? They have given this in mixed fraction. So first we have to convert this mixed fraction into normal fraction. First we'll do that. So how will you convert the mixed fraction into normal fraction? First you have to multiply 2 into 5 plus 3. So 10 plus 3 is 30. The denominator 5 you have to write as such. Clear? Now the mixed fraction has now become into 13 divided by 5. Multiplicative inverse they are saying. Multiplicative inverse means what? The numerator part will go to denominator. The denominator part will come to numerator. Multiplicative inverse means immediately you have to think about reciprocal. Clear? See here 13 by 5. Now reciprocal means what? This 5 will go up, then 13 will come down. So multiplicative inverse of 2 3 by 5 is 5 divided by 13 is our answer. Clear? The same order you have to write in your classwork. Now we'll see the second question. If minus 3 into 6 divided by minus 11 is equal to 6 divided by minus 11 into x, then x is dash. They are given. See, instead of minus 3 we are having a. So a into b is equal to b into a. Isn't it? So in the minus 3 into 6 divided by minus 11 is equal to 6 divided by minus 11 into, then what should has to come here? The same minus 3. So in the x we are having x is minus 3. Clear? This is what property? A into b equal to b into a. That is what property it will come? Very good. It is commutative property of multiplication. Clear? A into b equal to b into a is what? Commutative property of multiplication. Clear? Next we'll see the third question. If distributive property is true for, they have given 3 by 5 into minus 4 by 9 plus x into 15 divided by 17 equal to 3 by 5 y plus z. Then x comma y comma z are dash dash and dash. They were asking. See, what is the distributive property formula? Very good. A into b plus a into c equal to a into b plus c. This is our distributive property formula. So below that I have written our question. This is our question, isn't it? I have written here. Now we want to find what is x, what is y and what is z. Isn't it? So now first you see where we are having x. X in the place of a. Now anywhere a is there, a is we are having 3 by 5. So x value is 3 by 5. Clear? Next we have to find y. Where we are having y in the place of b. Anyway they have given b value. Yes, b value is minus 4 by 9. So that is our y value. So instead of y we are writing minus 4 by 9. Clear? Next we have to find z. Where we are having z in the place of c. Anyway they have given c value. Yes, they have given c value is 15 divided by 17. So z value is 15 divided by 17. Clear? A, B, C. That the same thing you have to take as x, y, z. Wherever we are having A, that is our X. Wherever we are having B, that is our Y. Wherever we are having C, that is our Z value. Clear all of you the third question? Next we'll go for the fourth question. If x into 55 minus 55 divided by 63 is equal to minus 55 divided by 63 into x equal to 1. What property is this? Can anyone tell me? Yes, it is multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse means what? A into, what multiplicative inverse means? A into A by B. A by B, how can we write in multiplicative inverse form? B by A we can write, isn't it? So A by B into B by A is equal to what we will get? We will get 1. See here also we are getting which is equal to 1. Then what property it will, then is x is called what property? X is called the multiplicative inverse of 55 divided by 63. Clear? When this 2 multiply, if you are getting 1 means, then what I have told you, it is multiplicative inverse. Clear? Next, last question is fifth question. The multiplicative inverse of minus 1 is minus 1. Minus 1 is dash. For that the same answer minus 1. How we are writing the same answer as minus 1? See, here we are having minus 1 only. For this, any denominator they have given? No denominator they have given. So which means what? We itself have to take denominator as 1. Multiplicative inverse means what I have told you. You have to take the reciprocal. Clear? Reciprocal. So next step what will come? This 1 will go up, this minus will come down. So 1 divided by minus 1 is what? Again minus 1. Therefore the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 is minus 1. Clear all of you? Here all of you the first 5 fill in the blanks. Next we'll see the second question. This is your second question. Say true or false. Say the first question. Minus 7 divided by 8 into minus 23 by 27 is equal to, next they have written this first, minus 23 divided by 27 into this next minus 7 by 8. Illustrate the closure property of rational numbers, they were asking. Whether A into B is equal to B into A is closure property? Wrong. It is not a closure property. It is a commutative property. So the first answer is false. Clear? Here A into B it is in the form. Then here B into A form. They were saying A into B equal to B into A is closure property. It is false. It is not a closure property. It is a commutative property. Clear? The second question. Associative property is not true for subtraction of rational number. Yes, associative property is not true for subtraction number. It is correctly they have given. So it is true. Clear? Third question. The additive inverse of minus 11 divided by minus 17 is 11 divided by 17. They were saying. It is false. Why we are saying it is false means, see here, minus 11 divided by minus 17. Minus minus will get cancelled. So then our question is what? 11 divided by 17 only is our question. Additive inverse means what I have told you, opposite sign. Your question is in positive, you have to write the answer in the negative. If the question in the negative, you have to write the answer in the positive. Since we have question is in positive, you have to write the answer in negative. See, minus 11 divided by 17. But they have given positive 11 divided by 17. So we have written false. Clear? Fourth question. The product of two negative rational numbers is a positive rational number. Yes, correctly they have given. So we have written it is true. How? I will give you. Two product of two negative. Negative means what? Minus. Negative rational number. Any rational number you can take. Okay, I have taken here minus 5 into product means multiply into another rational number. My negative rational number. See, minus 5 into minus 2 is what? Minus minus become plus. 5 2s are 10. Clear? That only they were saying in the question. The product of two negative, here two negative rational number, isn't it? So if you do the product, we are getting positive rational number. Here we are getting the answer positive. So our answer is true. Here the last fifth question is, the multiplicative inverse exists for all rational numbers. They are saying it is false. Why I am telling is, see, 0 divided by 1 is what? 0. 0 is a rational number. But they were saying in the question multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse means what? You have to do the reciprocal. Isn't it? So 0 divided by 1, if you do the reciprocal, what we will get? 1 divided by 0. 1 divided by 0 means what? Rational, it is not equal to rational number. Because rational number will always be in the form of P by Q, where the denominator part should not be equal to 0. We have learned so many of times. Isn't it? For rational numbers, the denominator part should not be equal to 0. Okay, 1 divided by 0 answer is what? Infinity or not defined. So this is not a rational number. So the multiplicative inverse exists for all rational number is false. Clear students, all of you the 5 true or false? Next in part 5 video, next you are going to get your assignment. The next class part 6 video will continue with the next problem in exercise 1.2. Thank you students. Next we are going to get your assignment. This is your part 5 assignment. Only in this part 5 assignment I am going to give you only the fill in the blanks. See, the multiplicative inverse of 8 4 by 5 is dash. How will you do? First you have to convert the mixed fraction into normal fraction. Multiplicative inverse means whatever the answer you are getting, that answer you have to do reciprocal. Clear? If minus 5 into 7 by 11 equal to 7 by 11 into x, then x will be what? This 5. Minus 5 is our answer. If x equal to minus 44 by 73 equal to minus 44 by 73 into x equal to 1, then x is called the dash. What identity it will come? Think and write the answer. The multiplicative inverse of minus 4 2 by 3 is what? Again I have given in you mixed fraction. Convert this mixed fraction into normal fraction. Then one answer you will get. No, that answer you have to do reciprocal. Clear? Additive inverse means what I have told you. You have to change only the sign. Additive inverse means only you have to change the sign. Multiplicative inverse means you have to do the reciprocal. Associative property for multiplication is what? Associative property is what, students, for multiplication? That property you write there. Formula. Formula you have to write there. The additive inverse of, see, I have given the answer in mixed fraction. First you convert the fraction into normal fraction and then you think additive inverse means what? Additive inverse means what? Changing, if the question is in minus, you have to change it in positive. If the question in positive, you have to change it into negative. Clear? Plus means minus, minus means plus. If a plus b equal to b plus a is dash property over addition. This is what property? Think, I have given you notes, no, that there you see this is what property. Write the distributive property. For distributive property I have written one formula, no, that is that formula you have to write for the 9th question. Clear? Thank you students. In part 6 video we will continue the remaining problems in exercise 1.2.